cœur vient en roue et j'ai le vent en boucle. En longueur comme en longueur, mais j'ai le vent en boucle. Le vent en boucle, mais j'ai le vent en boucle.
Yo, what's good YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video, and we got the truth about what makes Larry Bird great. Got this GOAT series 8 out of 9. I don't think, all I did was find this video and I just, saved into my watch later. So I don't know if it's a whole series of this thing or anything. I think it's just like different series of different, I'm not sure. I really don't know, to be honest, but we're going to get straight into this video. Anything that's dealing with Larry Bird, I'm definitely going to do it. And excuse my voice for being hoarse. I have a lot going on right now. But, yeah, I just kind of lost my voice a little bit. But, yeah, let's get straight into this video, y'all. I deeply appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing me, man. Like I always say, man. It's just like I always say, I ain't gonna do too much talking, but I just deeply appreciate y'all so much, man. Y'all just don't really know how much y'all mean to me, man. Y'all really don't, man. Like I just never dreamed of just having, just doing this whole YouTube thing or anything, man. And if it wasn't for y'all, none of this would be possible. Also God too, though. But at the end of the day, man, y'all watching me, and I love y'all so much, man. I try my best to reply back to all the comments. I'm pretty sure that I reply back to all the comments. Like, I'm trying to be different. But anyway, enough talking, man. Let's get straight into this Bird video. But I deeply appreciate y'all so much, man. Let's see what this is talking about.
Larry Joe Bird, recognized by many as one of the top 10 greatest players of NBA history, but many fail to realize just how strong his GOAT argument actually is. Larry, alongside of Magic Johnson, saved the NBA and helped bring the league to new levels of popularity throughout the 1980s. Throughout Bird's illustrious career, he won 3 NBA championships, received 12 All-Star selections, made 10 All-NBA teams, won 3 MVP awards, and won 2 Finals MVP awards. Larry was also one of the most clutch players in NBA history. He had numerous game-winning shots in both regular season and the playoffs, and he was known for making the big play when his team needed it most, whether on offense or defense. As many of you already know, Bird was an all-time great three-point shooter and just a great shooter in general. He shot 37.6% from three-point range during his career, and he won the three-point shooting contest 3 consecutive years, with Craig Hodges being the only other player to win the contest that many times. Bird was a great all-around scorer and shooter when it came to efficiency, but in his prime, he was unmatched. He was the first player in NBA history to make the illustrious 50-40-90 club. To make the 50-40-90 club, a player must shoot an average of 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line over an entire NBA season. In all of NBA history, only 8 players have averaged 50, 40, and 90 over a season, and of those 8 players, only Larry Bird and Steve Nash have done it multiple times. What makes Bird stand alone from Nash, though, was the fact that Bird was a scorer and a high-volume shooter. Bird shot an average of nearly twice as many shots and free throws as Steve Nash per game. Bird was a volume shooter who had multiple 50, 40, 90 seasons, so from that perspective, you could argue that Bird was the most overall efficient scorer in NBA history. Bird was far more than just a scorer and a shooter, though. He was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, all-around player in NBA history. Over his career, Bird efficiently averaged 24.3 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and 6.3 assists per game. Larry was arguably the greatest passing forward of all time. His court vision, high basketball IQ, and team play was off the charts. This aspect of his game is sometimes overlooked because of the reality that he played in the same era as Magic Johnson, the face of Showtime and arguably the greatest passer of all time. Bird wasn't quite on Magic's level in terms of vision and passing, but as far as 6'9" small forwards go, Larry was as close to Magic's passing skills as it gets. Along with his overlooked passing is his rebounding. People forget he was a 6'9" player who knew how to use his body. As I mentioned earlier, Larry averaged a whopping 10 rebounds per game over the course of his career. He wasn't just a solid rebounder, he was one of the all-time greats at it. Bird has the 49th highest career rebounds per game average in NBA history. Most of the players on that list are either power forwards or centers though, which Larry was not. He played primarily as a small forward. Among primary small forwards, Larry has the third greatest rebound per game average in NBA history. These are one of those stats that testify to the hustle and heart that he played with each and every night of his career. He was also an underrated defender. Larry played with heart and effort on both sides of the basketball every game. He wasn't the greatest shot blocker, but he did average more blocks per game over his career than LeBron James has. Larry also averaged a high 1.7 steals per game over his career. He was tenacious, he was scrappy, and he was a quality on-ball defender. He also made 3 all-defense teams in his career. I'm not trying to make it seem like he was Kawhi Leonard on defense, but Larry was a good defender who often doesn't get the recognition he deserves in that area. Larry was a legend and a leader who impacted the game in just about every way you can, and as a result, his team won 3 championships and made a trip to the finals 5 times. An aspect that I don't often hear mentioned in the GOAT discussion was the fact that Magic was a rival to Bird and Bird was a rival to Magic. In a way, you could say that these two legends took away from each other's success. Michael Jordan, for example, had no equal throughout the 90s, so in a way, it's easier for us to call him the GOAT since he so clearly stood out from everyone else. If you take either Magic or Bird out of the equation though, the remaining player stands out that much more. Magic would have won more championships if Larry wasn't around, and Larry would have won more championships if Magic wasn't around. Although you could argue that their impacts and legacies were greater since they were rivals to each other, we can also acknowledge that their GOAT pursuits were hindered by the fact that they were constantly in each other's way. Bird had many obstacles and challenges, but he didn't let that stop him from putting together an impressive, all-around GOAT-worthy career. But with all of that being said, there is one aspect of Bird's career that is more legendary, more jaw-dropping, and more GOAT-worthy than any other aspect of his remarkable career. In the year 1985, Bird was at home with his mother and was wanting to help her build her new driveway. While Bird was out there shoveling gravel for his mom, something happened that would change the rest of his career. Bird brutally injured his back, which would then be an ongoing battle with pain and spasms for the rest of his career. This injury speaks to Larry's pride, hard work, and independence. What's crazy is that I'm pretty sure any Bostonian in that day would have volunteered to shovel that gravel for Larry. Regardless, the damage was done, and ultimately these back issues would play a part in Bird leaving the game earlier than many other athletes. With that being said, this injury begun and took place in 1985. Bird still played 7 seasons after that injury. Listen to Larry's primary doctor describe what Larry was dealing with through those final 7 seasons of his career.
He could manage the pain in a way that very few people can do. There'd be days he could come in the office and he couldn't stand up straight. It was a situation that he was seeing almost daily. He had lost the structural stability in his spine, so it would slip into abnormal positions to try and lock itself to get an artificial stability. That's like getting your finger stuck in a door and somebody's still pushing on the door. So what we had to do was unlock his spine, realign it, do techniques that would hold that for 4 hours, 6 hours, that type of thing, and then he'd go play basketball. His pain in his quest for basketball became all-encompassing. Very few people really knew what Larry was living with.
So let me get this straight. When Larry had won his championship and finals MVP in 1986, this is what he was going through? In 87 and 88, when Larry had back-to-back 50-40-90 seasons while averaging nearly 30 points per game, this was the back issues he pushed through? When Larry won the League MVP award in 1986, which was his 3rd MVP in a row, which he is the only player to ever accomplish since the NBA's merger, this is what he overcame to get it done? That is beyond legendary. It's utterly ridiculous. You do realize that Larry only played 5 healthy seasons in his career before he received what many people would consider a career-ending injury, and then spent more than half.
At the end of the day, man, when you really want to work hard and you really want something, you're going to go after it, man. And I feel like that's what he did. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go after it. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do what I got to do to get it. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to just stay strong. You got to fight no matter what it is, man. It's like I say, no matter what it is you're fighting in life or anything, man, you just push through and keep going, y'all. Just push through and keep going, man. For real.
Half of his career dealing with the pain and structural damage, and yet he still managed to put together a GOAT-worthy resume. No other NBA legend has anything close to that kind of claim. Say what you want about Larry Bird, but the reality is he's likely the toughest and baddest dude the NBA has ever seen. This is why Larry Legend is the greatest player of all time.
Alright, that wraps up that. Yep, that wraps that up. I'm telling you, man, yo. That's why I get a lot of, like, I'm already, I'm tough too. But it's just like a lot of things that I've been looking at his videos and things like, his videos I've been looking at, things he faced that just made me go even stronger. Like, even sometimes when I don't have the energy to do videos, anything like that, sometimes I just think of that Larry Bird line. If you gotta go to work, you gotta go to work, man. And that's just how it is. Even me going to work too. Like, I push through all of this. I come home, do my videos, even though I'm tired. Sometimes I got headaches and all things like that. I don't ever really share it, but I push through everything, man. I push through everything. And I feel like it's a lot on my back that I feel like, y'all really want to see videos and y'all really watch me, and I just deeply appreciate it. So it's just like, I feel like I cannot let y'all down, man. I just like he didn't want to let his fans down, he didn't want the people down, didn't want to let his team down, and that's how I feel about y'all, man. Y'all my team, and I don't want to let y'all down, man. So no matter what it is I'm facing in life or anything like that, I'm just going to just push through it, man, and just get it done. That's why I'm doing this video now. I know I had a lot going on today, and this video is going out late. But hey, man, I'm pushing through it. Y'all my team, and I gotta keep pushing for y'all. But that's about it, man. I'm not gonna do too much talking. I'm talking too fast. But yeah, that's about it, man. I'm on to the next video. But yeah, Larry Bird is the greatest, the GOAT, man. And a lot of people don't really see that, man. A lot of people don't see how tough he is, man. A lot of people forget about his injuries and things like that. They just look at it like, oh, he can't jump, or he can't do this, or he can't do that. But a lot of people don't know how much pain he's facing just to push through all of this, just to do what he did and accomplish what he did, So it's just crazy, but it is what it is at the end of the day, man. Like I said in plenty of my videos, people gonna like what they like, but at the end of the day, man, I deeply respect Larry Bird. Deeply respect him so much, man. And I just love seeing Larry Bird. Like, he just, like, his passing, his shooting, everything is just so crazy. But anyway, man, we on to the next video, man. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button, turn on that bell, man. I upload it every single day. I know this upload is a little late, but I still push through to get a video out for y'all. I had a lot going on, but it is what it is, and we here with this video, so hope y'all enjoy it, man. But Larry Bird is definitely the GOAT. Definitely the GOAT, man, for real. Definitely the GOAT. You have to put Larry Bird in your top 3 or top 5, top 10. Like, you have to. Like, it's like you have to, man. You really have to. But yeah, that's enough talking, man. I'm on to the next video. I deeply appreciate all the love and support, y'all. I really do, man. I really, really do. But yeah, if you got some videos you want me to do, leave them down in the comments down below, or you can send it to my email at definitelyboy9@gmail.com. And shout out to everybody that been sending me videos. I definitely might do a shout out video. Not shout out video, but I'll definitely get some shout outs in the next video. So for now, I'm out. I love y'all so much, man. Love y'all so much. I'm out. Peace.
Est-ce que je me et j'ai